I love it. Welcome back to Football Friday Night. Now let's head to our Game Night Live game of the week.
That's right, a Columbia County showdown between Greenbrier and Harlem. The two teams meeting up here at midfield for the coin toss. And as you see here, Greenbrier taking the field in the first quarter. The Bulldogs have it. Quarterback Mercer Barton loads up, fires to Jaden Futrell for a 47-yard pickup through the air. The same drive, the Dogs on the goal line. Keaton Tillery gets the handoff and he rumbles his way into the end zone, dragging a few defenders with him. Extra point no good. 6-0 Harlem. So second quarter now, Harlem with it again in the red zone. Barton fires to Joseph Clark. He drops it into the breadbasket here. Pretty ball. 13-0 Harlem. Once again, Bulldog ball on the goal line. Jack Stadler gets the direct snap and he breaks through the defense for 6 more. Now the game was called with Harlem up 26-0 in the third quarter. The Dogs will take on Washington Wilkes next week. Greenbrier taking on Grovetown. Well, next week, Game Night Live will be heading to North Augusta where the Yellow Jackets will take on the Thompson Bulldogs. Thompson will look to avenge its loss from last year. That'll be next Friday, 7:30 p.m. on MeTV. Do not miss it. And we also have a special announcement regarding Border Bowl 13.
That's right, Gianna. It's time to find out where Border Bowl is headed this year.
Welcome to Harlem High School, home of the Harlem Bulldogs, and now home to Border Bowl 13.
That's right. After playing in South Carolina last year, we are returning to the Peach State to play at Harlem High School. Harlem is no stranger to Border Bowl, as Mark Boyder served as the head coach for Team Georgia last year. He's on the staff again this year, and we spoke with athletic director Rodney Holder about how excited the Harlem community is to host Border Bowl 13.
You know, when you think about what the game means to, just everybody involved, the effort that Channel 6 puts into it, the Ronald McDonald House, I mean, it can't get any better. It's just an amazing event. For us to be a part of that and get to host that, really showcases that event, and it puts us in a situation to where, we know how valuable and important that is, not for us, but for those kids and families at the Ronald McDonald House. But I really think it'll be super amazing out here, to be able to have something like that locally. When you look around, we're kind of right in the middle of some really amazing high school football. When you think about Jefferson County, Washington County, Lincoln County, Thompson, everybody in Augusta, Columbia County schools, all the Carolina schools, we're kind of right in the middle. So, I feel like it's going to be a great draw, a great location, easy in, easy out, great facility to host it. And then showcasing those special athletes, and then again the kids and the families, because that's what Channel 6 has always made this about, is about the kids and the families. So.
That's good stuff. Border Bowl 13 again set for January 10th, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Now we know our location, so let's learn more about this year's head coaches. Team Georgia will be coached by Greenbrier head coach Sean Tiernan. Team South Carolina coached by Silver Bluff's Matt Hayes.
That's right. They both shared their thoughts on this opportunity to coach the best of the best in the CSRA.
It's a great honor to be able to represent the state of Georgia. Been watching this for a long time since y'all started doing it. And to have the opportunity to be the head coach is a great honor.
Coach Tiernan has worked as a Border Bowl assistant coach, so he knows exactly what type of player he's looking for to represent his team in January.
These kids that are off for about a month and a half, in between the time that the season ends and the time they play in the All-Star game. So we're looking for kids who are going to be out there that their coaches feel out there, a physical, competitive group.
Not only competitive, but a team that can dominate in the trenches.
About the line of scrimmage, that's the biggest thing. Like anything else, finding the best offense and defensive line possible. Last year we had a really good group of guys.
As for Coach Hayes, he was a young assistant coach when Border Bowl first started 13 years ago, and now has the chance to lead Team South Carolina.
Evaluating the players that's in this area and how they fit kind of together, and then coming up with the practice schedules and all that stuff. So I'm excited about the logistics, but also working with coaches and those players for a great cause. It's a great opportunity.
Hayes isn't only seeking high-performing athletes, but how they present themselves in practice.
The film shows what it shows, and film rarely lies, and so you're looking for those talented players at the position. And then there's a trust factor with the coaches. You want to reach out to those coaches. Do they show up on time? Do they want to be coached? Do they take coaching? Do they want to better their craft?
Despite the players coming from different schools, Hayes believes they all have one common trait.
I always said if you could see all of them together at one time, what kind of talented team that is. And when you pull them from small school districts, small schools, and big schools, and they kind of come together, but they're all very, very similar when it comes to being competitive.
Now applications to take part in tryouts for the Border Bowl cheer team now open. Any junior or senior cheerleader that attends a high school in the CSRA can apply. Head to WJBF.com to fill out that application. It's required to take part in tryouts. We'll be announcing the coaches for the Border Bowl cheer teams soon. Best of luck.
We are now turning to some private school action from tonight. Augusta Prep welcoming Athens Christian to the city tonight to open this season. The start of the Phelps-Honeycutt coaching era, and, well, didn't start great tonight. Athens Christian, they're going to get on the board first. Harper Ford, he breaks free down the sideline for the house call. 7-0, Athens Christian. They go up early with the early touchdown there, picking up in the second quarter about the 11:30 mark, and it's Ford again. He takes the pitch, and he's off to the races once again, about 70 yards out. Yeah, dude has wheels. He was hurting them all night long.
Sure.
Athens Christian tries to punch another in before half, but perhaps Ethan Ray, look at this. He's gonna snatch down the pick. That's real nice. Keeps it 14-0 at halftime, but Athens Christian would add a third touchdown just a couple of minutes into the third quarter off of a block punt and a scoop and score, and they made it 21-0, and that's how it would end. Honeycutt will have to wait at least a week for win number 1 against Glasscock County next Friday. Now the Augusta Christian Lions taking on the Greenville Hurricanes. Greenville in the red zone. Austin Seymour rolls to his right, finds Trace Weisbecker for the first touchdown in the red zone again. Handoff now goes to Owen Dixon he punches it in for 6 more. The extra point was no good there. The Lions are going to see here, going to scoop up the ball. A bit of a squib kick, I guess you can call that there.
Yeah.
Will Hughes scoops it. Doesn't really get too far with it there. Score remains the same. Quarterback Harris Janik, though, he's going to take it and fire one over the middle to Jackson Stickle. Still no touchdown, but Greenville, they're going to get the 26-0 win. Augusta Christian offense struggling tonight.
Heading to Savannah now, Edmund Burke Academy faced off against St. Andrews. Playing at Morris Field this year as they install a new turf. Up 6-0 in the second quarter. They had trouble a little bit on that punter there, the deep territory, tackled inside. Now Edmund Burke takes over. Direct snap goes straight to the end zone, to the running back, gets in for the score. Took a 7-6 lead on that. But now look at St. Andrews. Look at this really great play here. He avoids the rush and then gets to the outside and scampers up the sideline for a first down. But visitors, Edmund Burke, making St. Andrews pay for an interception mistake. That deep ball completed to the same player. Perfect. Who caught the interception. Edmund Burke goes up 21-6. They would go on to win it 30-6. And from Sandersville tonight, Trinity Christian taking on Brentwood. That game was called due to the weather. Brentwood up 21-0.